Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Can all come to the front here? Today, all over the world, devotees are very busy distributing Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada's commentary on the Gita. Today is Gita Jayanti. On this auspicious day, Gita was spoken in Jyotishar, Kurukshetra, and it was spoken in modern times, we say 5,000 years back. And in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is also mentioning that not only was it spoken now, I am speaking now 5,000 years back to you, also I spoke this before. So today, historians will come and say many things. Gita, Vedas, Vedic period is 4,000 years before, and Gita was spoken this time, that time, Mahabharata.
With very less information. But in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is saying that he spoke 5,000 years back when he was speaking on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Imam Vivaspate Yogam Protavan Aham Abhyayam Vitasman Manare Praha Madhurishwakade Tattva. That I am speaking now to you, Arjuna, but I spoke this to the sun god Vivaswan. And Vivaswan spoke to Manu. Manu spoke to Ikshwa. Tamil Solama and English Solama. It's okay, let's begin. We can move it on. So, what is this meaning? When historians are timing and dating Vedic texts, it's also Indian historians are using only the Western epistemology and speaking in terms of history. They are saying also that Bhagavad Gita was written only now like this. They don't know about this history. So very strange. But we are dealing with something that is eternal. It's a completely different subject matter. When it falls in the hands of people, mundane people in the material world, they deal with it in a very different way. This is the main thing to understand. So Krishna is saying about why he spoke 5,000 years back.
Even that Mahabharata
was a day.
That is
another question. For them everything in terms of history, in terms of time and date becomes a main issue.
But if you read the Bhagavad Gita, you know that
no more being an issue.
5,000 years back on the battlefield of
Kurukshetra, Krishna said this, that I spoke first in this millennium to Vivaswan, sun god. And Vivaswan spoke to Manu.
Manu
Manu
spoke
spoke
to
to
Ikshvaku.
Ikshvaku.
Ikshvaku was a great king. Raghu, Ramachandra appeared in Ikshvaku dynasty. The sun dynasty coming from Vivaswan. Vivaswan Manave Praha Manu Ikshvakade. Krishna is praising that. And in this way, if you calculate, in the same Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is given also what is the age of Brahma? What is the age of this universe? Right? Sahasra Yuga Pariyantam Aharyat Yamano Viduhu Ratrim Yuga Sahasrantam Teyaho Ratra Vidhojana. And from that we can calculate Kali Yuga is 4,32,000 years period. And the Yuga, Dwapar Yuga before that is 2 times that. And before that Treta Yuga is 3 times Kali Yuga. And before that was Satya Yuga, 4 times Kali Yuga, 4 into 4 like 2,000 years. In this way we can trace out before this Kali Yuga was Dwapar Yuga, before that was Treta Yuga. And in the Mahabharata there is a sloka using that as purport, which dates when Manu spoke. When sun god spoke to Manu. Vivaswan then spoke to Manu. And when Manu spoke to Ikshvaku. So it is mentioned Manu spoke to Ikshvaku somewhere when Ikshvaku was ruling, obviously. His father Manu spoke. In this way, Prabhupada traces out using the dates and the terminology. And says that 5,000 years back Krishna spoke. And while he spoke, he mentioned that I have already spoken this. To Vivaswan, Vivaswan spoke to Manu, Manu spoke to Ikshvaku. In the beginning of the Treta Yuga. So if you work back according to the age of Kali Yuga, and then Dwapar Yuga, and then Treta Yuga, 8,64,000 years is Dwapar Yuga. And 12,96,000 years will be Treta Yuga. In the beginning of Treta Yuga, it was spoken. And Prabhupada calculates in the purport and said, 2 million years ago, Krishna spoke of Bhagavad Gita in human society. And before that, every time Krishna appears, he speaks with. So our time is cyclic. It is not that just every time Krishna appears, billions of years, every time he speaks. So it is eternal. It is being spoken constantly all the time. Does not have an age. Does not have an age. This concept is very difficult for people to understand. Because in the material world we have, birth, death, we have beginning, we have end, we have black, we have white, and we have date and time in a particular way. So actually we should understand that the Bhagavad Gita is not simply a book, simply a text written, and over a period of time it will become useless and not relevant anymore. So we are talking about Gita Jayanti, means today this knowledge which is eternal was spoken by God, by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Normally God is not directly speaking. You will see that it's not direct. So discussion about God by people in all the Itihasas, in the Vedas, in the Puranas and everything. Here and there you will find references. He said like this. But Bhagavad Gita is important because directly God is speaking to Arjuna. Krishna is speaking to Arjuna. That is rare. And it is a whole 700 shlokas. It happened on the battlefield. On the battlefield of Kurukshetra, in the word about 45 minutes to 1 hour it happened, the discussion. 700 shlokas were spoken and discussed. 574 shlokas were spoken by Krishna. 84 shlokas, questions asked by Arjuna. 41 shlokas spoken by Sanjaya, describing these conversations to Dhritarashtra, blind king in his palace. First shloka, one shloka spoken by Dhritarashtra. Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre Samaveta Yuyutsavaha Mamaka Pandavaschaiva Kimakurvata Sanjaya. First shloka. And the total of this 1 plus 41 plus 84 plus 574. That is 574 by Krishna, 84 by Arjuna, 41 by Sanjaya and 1 by Dhritarashtra. Will total to 700 shlokas. This happened within span of 45 minutes to 1 hour. We chanted Bhagavad Gita 18 chapters this morning. Just to chant it very fast, we took more than 2 hours. More than 2 hours. You can imagine how fast it was spoken. It is not just like on your mobile you can run the 1x, 2x, 1.5x and it will run fast. It doesn't happen like that. But you must imagine that the understanding was so fast and the communication happened so fast because of the abilities of the people who are involved. They immediately ask questions and understand so fast. It just happened crunched half the time of what we chanted. Must have been super fast. In this way, we cannot understand many things if you look at it materially. How is it possible? Therefore, it never happened. Therefore, it never happened. It cannot happen. I started and chanted the whole, 700 shlokas. It took me more than 2 hours. So how is it possible if you tell me it happened in 45 minutes? Impossible. Therefore, I don't believe it. So if you look at it materially, you are never going to get to understand it. If you look at it historically and try to date it and say, no, 4000 BC, no, it is like this, no, like this. They're all discussing and fighting with each other. And in the meantime, Bhagavad Gita is Bhagavad Gita. People are reading it, people are chanting Hare Krishna and believing in it. Who cares when it was spoken, why, what is it important about the period? That's the nature of the Gita. It is eternal. It is about a subject matter that is eternal. It's about you. You are beyond time. You are beyond time. You are also spiritual. Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, absolute truth, has got nothing to do with all these discussions and material variations and everything. In this way, if you look at Bhagavad Gita in a material way, you will miss the main spirit of the Gita. That is why in the Gita, Prabhupada explains in the introduction that you must understand Gita in the spirit of devotion, of Bhakti. Then you will understand Gita correctly. That is why inside the Bhagavad Gita you will also see Krishna talking about different yogas also. Ashtanga Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, and proclaiming that Bhakti Yoga is topmost in the 6th chapter. He will say, Yoginam api sarvesham madgaten antaratmana shraddhavan bhajate yomam same yuktatamo matah. Saying that devotion is supreme, my devotee is the topmost yogi, is Bhakti Yogi. So these are secrets, it's a mysterious rendition. It is not that anybody and everybody can just pick up the Bhagavad Gita, read and make a commentary on it according to what he thinks. And they make all these funny commentaries. It's totally against the spirit of the Gita. So that is why a pure devotee of the Lord, a bhakta, is a person who can best understand and speak the Gita. Explain to us what's the Gita. Don't think the Bhagavad Gita is not relevant for me. I study computer science, I do engineering, I am doing school, it's not relevant for me. You will be very, very surprised how it speaks both about computer science, it speaks about sociology, It speaks about your personal life. It speaks about future, economy. It speaks about governance. It speaks about everything that you always wanted to know. And correctly the principle of that. Climate change, you can find solution for that inside. You talk about wars and everything that's going on, this is spoken on a war field to a soldier. Anything you want to know about war and about the technicalities, you'll get to know everything here. Because that is the dilemma of Arjuna. You want to know about good conduct and behavior, what is bad conduct and behavior, everything explained there. And just, that's why Bhagavad Gita is amazing. If a person studies Bhagavad Gita intelligently, carefully, he will become very educated, very experienced. Right? So, it is very relevant for all times. That's why, if you read the introduction to the Bhagavad Gita, very beautifully phrased by Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, you will see how to approach the Gita, how to study it properly under a bona fide guru, bona fide teacher, and how to become successful in your life. Bhagavad Gita is like a manual for your life. If you follow Bhagavad Gita regularly, read it and understand these concepts, you can apply it in your life. Don't think this is only applicable 5,000 years back, spoken on the battlefield to a battle person, somebody like Arjuna who is a warrior. It is only applicable to him. Don't think. These are principles that are spoken. The details are not important. The principle of how it is applicable every day in your life, you can understand those fundamentals. Because first of all in Bhagavad Gita, you are given an understanding. Krishna starts speaking Bhagavad Gita in chapter 2nd, 11th shloka. Till then he hears Arjuna. Sanjaya is describing on the battlefield what is going on. And there is confusion in Arjuna's mind, that is also described. And then Arjuna gives reasons for his confusion. And then he decides that I don't think I can fight. I'm very weakened by all these questions in my head. And he gives arguments for why I should not fight. And then finally he decides that actually I don't know what to do, what not to do. And then he surrenders to Krishna and says, Sishyasteham shadimam tvam prapannam. Please accept me as your Sishya, disciple, and you become my Guru. Teach me. I really need it. Seeing Arjuna is so desperate, Krishna plays the role of Guru. Till then he is his very good friend and everything. Although he is the Supreme Lord, still he is in this role playing his friend. He switches from being a friend to a Guru, a teacher. Guru means not just ordinary teacher. Guru means Sishya and Guru have a pact. The pact is, the relationship pact is that you ask me, I teach you, you must follow. It's not like a teacher here. If you want, you follow. If you don't want, you don't follow. I don't care about you. I come, I take the lesson because I'm getting a salary. I teach, I go. I don't bother whether you understand. I have no relationship with you. You paid the fee to the college. They provided a venue. I come and lecture. I go. Take my salary and go. You come, if you want to scroll on your phone, you can do so. I don't care about you. But if you want, we can drink together in the bar in the evening. We can smoke together. I smoke the same cigarette like you. Come and meet me outside. I'm not your teacher, I'm your good friend. Like this, there is no relationship in that knowledge transfer at all. I don't have to show you and keep up an exemplary position with you. There's no pact. There's no relationship. But here when I say Guru, it is relational. I sincerely want to learn from you. And then I watch you very carefully. You are also practicing it. And because you are practicing what you are teaching me, I am inspired to also follow it. Because only when I practice what you told me, I will understand fully what you told me. This is the way education is happening. Gurukula means the Guru is teaching by being an exemplary person. He does what he teaches, not that he speaks one thing and does another thing. This is very important. And the relationship of the Guru and the disciple is like a friend, very intimate friend. So I can go and ask him very personal questions. You told like this, Krishna is told about karma in the Bhagavad Gita, but I am feeling like this. And the Guru will actually explain to you, yes, it works like this. You should do like this. You should control your mind like this. And for controlling your mind, you should do this. You should chant this mantra. You should be disciplined like this. And I am also doing that. So he will also do it. In this way, whatever knowledge theory he gives, that will be practiced. And when it is practiced, he will understand more deeper. Now I know why he is saying that. Now I know why he is doing like this. A better application of what he read in the Vedic literature or what the Guru spoke. Right? Practicing and showing is a much louder message than just teaching. So this Gurukula is not just an ordinary school. Not an ordinary school. So when Krishna changes from being a friend to a Guru, the role completely switches. So you will see that till 2.11 he is just listening. He doesn't talk. Because I am your friend and I am your driver, chariot driver. My duty is to just, if you tell me, take it there, I'll take it. Take the chariot. Left, right, fast, slow down, I'll do all that. But now you told me, Sishyasteham Shadimam Tvam Prapannam. I surrender to you, Prapanna. Please instruct me. Which means I'm willing to listen to you and do like that. This is the crux of the Gita. Arjuna becomes Sishya, disciple. And he, from his heart, asks questions and gets clarity. Very intelligent questions he asks. He is a very intelligent person, very talented, very capable and extremely intelligent person. So he understood very fast and he asked very deep questions. And for everything Krishna answered. And in the end, Arjuna became free from all doubts. Nashtamoha smritir labdha tvat prasadat maya achyuta stito asmi gata sandeha karishe vachanam tava. Sandeha means doubt. I have no doubts anymore. Nashtamoha, my illusion is gone. I have got my original understanding. Smritir labdha tvat prasadat, by your mercy. By the Guru's mercy, by Krishna's mercy, I have understood. Karishe vachanam tava, I will do like you have told. Karishe. This is very important to know. People read Bhagavad Gita but don't care to do what is mentioned in the Gita. People give big lectures on the Gita and in between their relaxation is they drink chai and do smoking. In between they join everybody and smoke, and next session I'm getting in the afternoon. Completely different. Completely different. So, it's important for us to know that it is not that it is impossible for us to do the instructions given in the Gita. God won't give you instruction that you cannot follow and you don't have the capacity to do. He knows very well what your capacity is. The mother or the father will never ask you to do something which you cannot do, because they love you so much. There's so much affection for you. And they will want you to push you a little bit for learning, put you a little bit into some austerity. And you may find it a little difficult, but then you will see when you do it, you feel successful and you feel happy. So, Krishna told Arjuna many things that were difficult for Arjuna to do, but he did. And because of that, he became very successful. What was Arjuna's problem? My Guru, Dronacharya, Bhishma, standing opposite to me. And they're going to shoot, and I'm going to shoot at them. This is very awkward, very ugly. I cannot do it. My dharma doesn't protect me, permit me to do this. I'm confused. Krishna set it right. What was this mysterious information that Krishna gave that made Arjuna fight? That is the mystery. It's extremely interesting to know what he did, why he did. If you don't understand it correctly, you can write and understand it in such a manner that you'll go against the instructions of what God has mentioned. So this is a mystery. Only a person who knows can explain it to you. So these are some of the things why Bhagavad Gita is not understood properly and mistakes are made. By reading Bhagavad Gita, some people will tell you commentary that you are God. It's never mentioned anywhere in the Bhagavad Gita. The opposite is mentioned. God is speaking to another spirit soul called Arjuna. Where is it mentioned that you can become God or you are God? It's not mentioned anywhere. But so many people who speak Bhagavad Gita talk like this. God is, not a person. He's not a personality. He's just some energy, some fictitious, this thing, all sorts of things. A range of theories. And this is given as an explanation of the Gita. God is very directly mentioning, Krishna is very directly mentioning who he is and who Arjuna is and what is the relationship. Very clearly mentioned. I don't know how people screw out such a meaning. Very amazing. People who don't know Gita are the people who are very eager to comment on the Gita. And many people who know the Gita don't talk much. They're busy following the Gita. Because of this, we have a problem. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada broke that problem. He became the person, I know the Gita and I'm telling you, and he went all over the world and told everybody. And he shut up everybody who was speaking the wrong Gita. Forcefully in the open he said, you're wrong, you're a fool, you don't understand. This is the reason why it is. And he gave powerful arguments that everybody understood this man is correct. He's speaking correct. Why? Because everybody has got this understanding. It's easy to understand Gita because Krishna says, I'm your father and you are my part and parcel, my child. We have a relationship eternally, and as soon as you hear me, that relationship will awaken again. It can never be destroyed. It is an eternal relationship. As soon as you start hearing me, you'll recognize it. So it is not difficult to understand Gita. That's why in a spirit of devotion, if you try to approach the Gita, you'll understand it very fast. It means reviving your devotional relationship with Krishna, and you'll understand it very fast. So Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, he cut through all these misconceptions, floated and perpetuated and perpetrated by many people who don't really know the Gita. And this message went very powerful across. All over the world, the Bhagavad Gita today you hold is published in more than 90 languages by the Bhakti Vedanta Book Trust today. It's an amazing story. Prabhupada, when he was 70 years, he got into a ship and went to America to teach Bhagavad Gita to the whole world. And in a span of 12 years, he traveled the globe so many times, 12 times. And he instituted this institution everywhere, and Bhagavad Gita is today available in so many languages, and today Gita Jayanti is being celebrated all over the world in thousands of places because of this one person who's the greatest ambassador of Bhagavad Gita. Very simple man, highly effective because he knows the Gita. He knows what Krishna is saying, why he is saying. Was very confident, went and spoke in all foreign countries and foreign lands and made the presentation in such a way that even they could understand. Even they could very easily understand and follow him in their language. So this is an amazing feat. That is why we must hear from a pure devotee. Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavan yaschashma tatvatah tato mam tatvato jnatva vishate tat anantaram. Krishna is explaining only my devotee can understand what I am saying and who am I. So we are trying to explain that the method of understanding Bhagavad Gita is through devotion. And when we become a devotee of the Lord, which is not very difficult to do, the understanding will come much better. That's why we tell people to take up the yoga of devotion, Bhakti Yoga, and start it. It's very simple to do that. Chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare as a sadhana every day and start reading the Gita. We have many courses going on, online, offline, in small groups, big groups, and you can study the Gita systematically, academically. You can go through it logically, scientifically, shastrically. In all ways you can study it. And you can ask all the questions you have in the world can be answered from the Bhagavad Gita. In this way, gradually you will develop an understanding of who are you, what is the purpose of you being here, what is happening to you here, what is this world, who is God, what's your relationship with Him, what are you doing here. So Bhagavad Gita has got 5 subject matters it is mentioned. First, who are you? Next, who is God? Ishvara. Jiva, Ishvara. And what are you doing here? Karma. If you know who you are, you know what you should be doing here. That's karma. And this world, and the things operating in this world, Prakriti. And it's all happening within a time between your birth and death. So, Kala, time, karma, within that time, what you do here. This world, what is this world? Prakriti, Jiva, you, God. These 5 and all these interrelationships are discussed in great detail. Brilliant, amazing amount of information. And if you read carefully, you will get to know so much. That's why in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Raja Vidya Raja Guhyam Pavitram Idam Uttamam Pratyaksha Vagamam Dharmyam Susukham Kartum Avyayam. This is the king of knowledge. king of secrets, holiest, purest, pavitram, uttamam, topmost. Pratyaksha vagamam dharmyam. If you read and understand and perform, you can see yourself. Susukham, you'll become very, very happy. While you practice what is mentioned about Susukham kartum avyayam. When you start practicing what's mentioned in the Gita, you will become increasingly happy. Why? Because you get to know who you are. And knowledgeably you're doing what you're supposed to do. Which means the opposite is what we are doing. I don't know who I am and I'm doing something which is very harmful to me. Because I don't know what to do. Nobody told me. I don't know. So in this way, the Bhagavad Gita's importance is so deep. Human society should, whichever religion they belong, whichever background, whichever culture, does not matter. You can remain what you want to remain. Because the Bhagavad Gita is not about one religion. It's wrong to think like that. It's about the truth. It's far, far to be labeled as religion and religious text alone is not correct. It's bringing the scope of the Gita to a very low level. The Bhagavad Gita is universal. The Bhagavad Gita applies to everybody, anybody, and everybody can derive benefit from it. It does not matter which religion you belong to, which culture you belong to, which part of the world you belong to. Even animals and birds, if they can get to understand, will benefit from it. That's why it's termed the absolute truth. Right? So, when we look at Bhagavad Gita materially, what is the age of the Gita and fight over the dates, and then you have a material idea about Gita and say God is, Krishna is just a great personality, he's not God, look at him, When you start looking at it materially, you'll have all these theories. All of them are wrong. They are wrong. If you approach the Gita materialistically, you'll never get the understanding. You'll never get the understanding. Therefore, we hear the Bhagavad Gita coming in the parampara. Evam parampara praptam imam rajarshayo viduhu. Krishna explains how it is to be understood and why it was instructed to the kingly order, to the royal order, to the people who are managing and running the society, who are taking responsibility for leading. To those people it is spoken. Rajarshayo viduhu, the Rajarishi, they were spoken to. That means the Kshatriyas, it was spoken to them. The government, the people who rule, they should know, because it is their duty to lead people properly. This is the meaning of leadership. To lead people properly, to free them, liberate them from the material shackles, to give them freedom and make them know who they are. We talk about free speech, we talk about freedom of action, we talk about this, that, everything. But this is a much larger freedom. Everything is contained inside that. Liberation, salvation, mukti. All this is the duty of the leadership, to lead people towards mukti, towards liberation from material shackles. So it is spoken to the leaders actually. And they are capable of understanding. They must understand so that they can institute it for the rest of the people they are leading, for their welfare. In this way, Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada wanted Bhagavad Gita to be taught all over the world in all the universities, schools, colleges, to save human society and help people genuinely. We are trying to do that. We have an academy here that teaches Bhagavad Gita to all people in all walks of life, whether they are children, whether they are college students and youth, whether they are adults, whether they are very old people ready to die, for all sections of people, whether they are in corporate situation, where they are, whatever they are in, they can learn the Gita and apply it in their life So today on Gita Jayanti day, the day when Bhagavad Gita was actually spoken, we are wanting to specially pray to Krishna that this knowledge will dawn on all of us. For that we are offering our prayers to Krishna. Whoever chants Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. This mantra, Maha Mantra, names of Krishna, will quickly purify himself and make himself capable of understanding the Gita. This is a trick. This is a shortcut. And if you chant this Hare Krishna mantra as much as you can, and then if you read the Gita, you'll find it easier to understand. Very clear. So we encourage people with this simple sadhana, and please start reading the Gita. Some of you are here to receive the Gita today. Take it seriously. It is one book that contains everything that you need. And you may take some time to crack it open. Once you crack it open and get through the basic understanding, after that you will have a wonderful journey discovering the Gita, discovering yourself, understanding many things, especially understanding Krishna, the speaker of the Bhagavad Gita. So we wish you all a happy Gita Jayanti experience, which means that you start reading the Gita very seriously. For those of you who are interested in taking it further and seriously enrolling for some courses and classes, you may contact our volunteers here. And we wish you all a happy Gita Jayanti. Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Anybody have any questions? யாராவது ஏதாவது கேள்விகள் இருந்தால் நீங்கள் கேட்கலாம். Hare Krishna. Next we have some two guests. இன்று நம்மிடம் 2 விருந்தினர்கள் உள்ளார்கள். அவர்களை இங்கு முதன்மையாக அழைக்கின்றோம். ராமச்சந்திரன் ஜி அவர்களை இங்கு வரவேற்கின்றோம் மற்றும் ஸ்ரீ ஸ்ரீனிவாசன் ஜி அவர்களையும் இங்கு வரவேற்கின்றோம். ப்ளீஸ் கம் ஃபார். ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா. கீதா ஜெயந்தியை முன்னிட்டு எண்ணற்ற பக்தர்கள் இந்த உலகம் முழுவதிலும் இந்த பகவத்கீதையை செய்துள்ளார்கள். வித்யாதானம் இன்று நமது கோவையிலும் பல பேருக்கு இந்த பகவத்கீதையை தானம் செய்துள்ளார்கள். அதில் ஃபஸ்ட்டு இந்த டோனர்ஸுடைய லிஸ்ட்டு நான் ஃபஸ்ட்டு வாசிக்கிறேன். ஃபஸ்ட்டு இஸ் கிரேஸ் கோவிந்த பிரபு, பகவத்கீதாஸ், பக்த கோபால், Her Grace Bhavana Bhakti Devi Dasi 5 Bhagavad Gitas, Girish Prabhu 2 Bhagavad Gitas, Ganesh Prabhu 2 Bhagavad Gitas, Nanda Prabhu 2 Bhagavad Gitas, His Grace Viswambadi Achyuta Prabhu 10 Bhagavad Gitas, Her Grace Sitala Keshvi Devi Dasi 43 Bhagavad Gitas, Vidyasagar Prabhu 2 Bhagavad Gita, Venkatesh Prabhu 1 Bhagavad Gita. இந்த மாதிரி எண்ணற்ற பக்தர்கள், குறிப்பாக நமது அன்பிற்கு மதிப்பிற்குரிய தவத்திரி ஜெயபதாக சுவாமி குரு மகாராஜ் அவர்கள் 16 பகவத்கீதை என்று தானம் செய்துள்ளார். இது போன்ற எண்ணற்ற பக்தர்கள் உள்ளார். இப்பொழுது இந்த பகவத்கீதையை பெற்றுக்கொள்வதற்காக ஒவ்வொருவரையாக நாங்கள் அழைக்கின்றோம். நீங்கள் முதலில் இங்கு வந்து தவத்திரி பக்தி வினோத சுவாமி மகாராஜ் அவர்களிடம் இந்த பகவத்கீதையை பெற்றுக்கொள்ளுமாறு அன்புடன் அழைக்கின்றோம். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ரிசீவர் வந்து பாரதி ராஜா. ப்ளீஸ் கம் ஃபார் பாரதி ராஜா. தமிழ், கவிதா தமிழ், and Balaji English, Srinivas Telugu, Sandosh Tamil, Perumal, Tamil. Dheeraj, English. Pradeep, Telugu. Abhishek, English. Shavanta, English. Sudanta Kumar, English. Please come first. Manju, Telugu. Sudarshan, Tamil. Manju, come forward please. Telugu. Pranati, Telugu. Saujanya, Telugu. Vinita, English. Aditya, English. Abhishek, Telugu. Sivakumar, Tamil. Sandan, Telugu. Swadi, Tamil. Sadhana, English. Raju, Tamil. Pranav Srinivas, English. Siddharthan, Tamil. Hare Krishna. Maharaj சொன்ன மாதிரி நம்ம இஸ்கான் கோவையின் சார்பாக நேரடியாகவும் இணையதளம் மூலமாகவும் எண்ணற்ற வகுப்புகள் நடைபெற்று வருகிறது. நேற்று தான் வந்து லாஸ்ட் அந்த 18 டே செஷன் முடிஞ்சது. வருகின்ற அந்த வகுப்பானது ஜனவரி 19ஆம் தேதி தொடங்கி 18 நாட்கள், இந்த 18 அத்தியாயம் 18 நாட்கள் இந்த வகுப்பு நடைபெறும் இணையதளம் மூலமாக. விருப்பம் உள்ளவர்கள் எங்களது வாலண்டியர்ஸ், நீங்கள் வந்து அவங்களுக்கு இந்த டீட்டெயில்ஸ் எல்லாமே சொல்லுவாங்க. அந்த QR கோடு கொடுக்கப்படும். குறிப்பாக நீங்கள் வந்து திரு சூஷக அர்ஜுன பிரபு அவர்களை அணுகி தங்களுடைய பெயர்களை பதிவு செய்து கொள்ளலாம். வருகின்ற ஜனவரி மாதம் 2026ஆம் ஆண்டு ஜனவரி 19ஆம் தேதி முதல் இந்த 18 நாட்கள் தொடர்ந்து இந்த இணையதளம் வாயிலாக இந்த பகவத்கீதை வகுப்பானது நடைபெறும். ஆகவே விருப்பமுள்ள பக்தர்கள் தயவு செய்து தங்களுடைய பெயர்களை பதிவு செய்து கொள்ளலாம். ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா.